Hello, people of the internet. This is Lee, and today I'm reviewing They're Not Like Us. This is a new Image title, so it's issue number 1. It's actually subtitled From Despair to Where, and it's written by Eric Stevenson with art by Simon Gain. My first impressions of the book, when I opened it, I just didn't care for the art. In this... The way the camera is picking it up, it actually doesn't look too bad. It almost looks a little quietly, but I don't know. For whatever reason, the art doesn't appeal to me, but it wasn't enough to take me out of the story. So that's good. Not every art style is going to appeal to every single person. That's totally fine. I think the art is technically fine. I didn't see any deep problems with perspective or anything that was dragging me out. And that's what I mean by taking me out of the story. It wasn't interfering with my enjoyment that way. However... Yeah, the story itself pulls you in and just doesn't really give you time to think too much about the art. You join the story. There's a girl. She's crying, tears streaming down her face. She's on top of a building. She's clearly about to jump. There's a man who's talking to her. She wakes up in the hospital. And then she ends up going to a sort of house that, frankly, to me, was really reminiscent of Charles Xavier's Academy for the Mutants. That, I mean, granted, I'm not saying the name exactly precisely right, but you get my drift. It feels like that sort of, here are your people. We are going to train you now to handle your abilities, your skills, as well as you should be able to. We've learned that the protagonist, who... I don't know her real name, they start calling her Sid, she's a telepath, and that other people within this house have similar abilities. Things that we've heard of, things that could be superhero-oriented very easily. And yeah, so everybody has an ability, they're all living in this house, and so it just didn't strike me as anything new or exciting in that way. However, it appears that they don't have the best methods. Like, I think they might be less honest. Just the impression that it gives. There's a sort of a cliffhanger at the end, the dun-dun-dun sort of... And yeah, it makes you think that she's with people who are less than ethical. So I'm assuming that as the story progresses, we'll find out more about that. There will probably be some of her struggling against that, deciding what she wants to do, deciding what's actually right for her. At least that's the impression I've gotten from what I've read so far. Overall, like I said, I don't think the book is bringing anything truly new and exciting to the table, at least at this point, but it's intriguing enough to continue. The writing is well done. It really... For as much dialogue as we see through the book, it's actually a really quick read. It pulls you through in a fairly seamless way. We've got a few scene changes, but it continues to just move forward in a very quick and seamless way. So I think that the story itself was written very well. And, the art bothers me less as I continue through it because it's not distractingly bad. It's just not my taste. So, I really can't think of anything more to say about the art. And yeah, as far as the story goes, we don't have a letters column or anything else. I mean, it's truly, the book, the cover is the first panel of the story. And the back cover is the last panel. There are, like any other Image titles, there's no ads or anything, but not only that, no letters column, no bonus content at the end. This is literally the last page we have here. So, it's just completely contained very efficiently. So, yeah, I'm curious enough to read the next one. I don't know who necessarily would need to be the fan for it, because it's got this sort of superhero feel. I mean, and like I said, very reminiscent of the X-Men, the mutants, from the Marvel universe, but I'm not sure how they're going to continue forward with that. I mean, obviously these people have powers, and they have powers, telepathy, there's a pyrokinetic, there's someone who can see the future. There's somebody else who moves faster than people can think. So different abilities are had here. So aptitudes, I guess, but it's naturally occurring. Aptitude is naturally occurring. Okay, aptitude's right. We'll just go with it. But yeah, so she meets all of these people. There's this main man here who is called, and he's going to be Charles Xavier of questionable morality, but they're calling him, was it The Voice? Or is that just a show on NBC? You know what? I'm flipping through and I'm not seeing, but they call him something, not an actual name, and it might be The Voice, unless I'm wrong. Both are possible and likely scenarios. We'll just go with it. So yeah, she's got a sort of her guide, her teacher, but instead of him being clearly benevolent, we've got some morality issues that'll be coming up. So I'm curious to see where those will lead. So, I mean, it's not an exceptional book. It's not the most amazing thing I've ever read in my entire life, but it's definitely intriguing. It's definitely enough to get me into the next issue. So I'll be reading that as well. But really, that's all I've got to say on this book. If there is, that's my review of They're Not Like Us. If there's anything else you would like me to review, please let me know in the comments. You can also like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that very much. But in the meantime, guys, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.